Welcome and thank you for coming back to another episode of the Early Fair Cuisine. Today I'm bringing you a video of how I made amazing, delicious and healthy meals out of vegetable skins, leftovers and food waste in general. Let's go. Vegetable bouillon. For this recipe, vegetable bouillon, I use the skins and scraps of 2 coleslaw recipes I made. You can see in this link one vinegary and the other creamy coleslaw recipes. The first thing I did was I washed the vegetables very well before I peeled them. And I also did a second wash of these peels. I immersed the peels in water with a little vinegar and then I let them rest in the water for 10 minutes. For this bouillon, I also added onion and garlic for added flavor, although cabbage does all the work in this seasoning. Blend everything very well. If the blender needs a little help, add 1 or 2 tablespoons of water, but avoid adding a lot of liquid because later we will dehydrate it and this process will take longer. Pour the vegetable puree on a baking sheet. Use wax paper or reusable baking sheet like this one. Dehydrate in the oven at 170 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 hours. Sometimes it can take longer, so it's up to you. You have to be touching it and see if it's already crispy and it's done. When the vegetable puree is dry, you can use a blender to make powder or you can use an electric coffee grinder. Optional, you can enhance the flavor of this seasoning with more herbs and spices. I have these tomatoes that I had dehydrated myself, so it goes well at this time of the grinding, and also love the flavor of these dry tomatoes. I did not add salt, or I may forget, then I add more salt to the food than I should. Remember to subscribe, click on the notification bell to be the first one to receive these eco-friendly ideas in the kitchen. I really like the following recipe to enhance the flavor for some lentils or beans. This seasoning is based on aubergine skins. These scraps were leftovers from an eggplant lasagna recipe I made. The link is above, so you can see it later. You can find 2 gluten-free recipes, one in red and the other in white sauce. First, we must dehydrate the skins. I added ground garlic, cumin, pepper, and a little olive oil. You can dehydrate them in the oven at 170 Fahrenheit degrees for 8 hours. Then, when they are ready, grind in the blender to make the powder or use an electric coffee grinder. To complement or to enhance the flavors of this recipe for legume seasoning, I added oregano and hickory salt. As I told you before, I really like the flavor in the lentils and beans, but I decided to use it in this tempeh loaf recipe. You'll find the link above. I hope you like this recipe. Leave me your comment if you prefer this recipe or if you have another combination in mind. The following recipe is very delicious. It is a tea made from orange peels and cinnamon. Every time we eat an orange at my house, we peel it and we save the skins to dehydrate and make tea or orange oil. It is very easy, just put in the oven at 170 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 hours or depending on the thickness of the skin. And if it's crispy, it's done, it's ready to save. Alright, bring water to a boil, add approximately 1 tablespoon for each cup of water and add a little ground cinnamon. I have this kettle that has a perfect strainer that retains solid residues perfectly. Then pour hot water and let it steep for 2 minutes and the tea is done. Enjoy this drink loaded with benefits for your body. You can recycle the pills that remain in the kettle by pouring more hot water for more tea, thus take advantage of the orange oil that may remain in the peels. With the orange peel, I also make orange oil and I use olive oil as a base oil. It is good to have this oil for massages and you can also use it in a cookie or a cake recipe. If you're going to do massages, remember that you should use it at night because in contact with sunlight, it can generate spots on your skin. Alright, I really like this recipe. I have prepared several options of energy bars, but I like this one because it's very easy to make and you do not need any machine except for the one we use to make plant-based milk. I'm preparing the non-dairy milk for my week, and I have chosen a combination of oatmeal and chia seed. In the description box of this video, I will leave the link of a couple vegetable milk recipes that I have made, and if you want, you can check out. After processing in the blender and straining the milk, I save the solid residue and add 1 cup of coconut flour, 1 cup of almond flour, cinnamon, 1 cup of cooked quinoa, vanilla essence, maple syrup, and a tablespoon of peanut butter. This is a very complete nutrient energy bar with protein from the quinoa and peanuts, carbohydrates from oats and chia seeds, and fats from coconut, almonds, and peanuts. Mix everything very well. Preheat the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and meanwhile, grease a square or rectangular pan. Use waxed paper or a reusable baking sheet like this one I use, and pour a layer of the mixture. Optional, you can fill with the berry jam of your liking, or you can leave it to spread on top and bake. I baked this recipe for 40 minutes and I left it inside the mold overnight to rest and be cold. Next day it was really cold and it was easy to unmold and to portion. I looked for the approximate nutritional information for this recipe, and in total the mixture comes out for 1032 calories, and I divided it into 10 squares or 10 portions, so I get 103 calories for each snack. I hope these recipes are helpful for you and you start reducing solid waste at home. Enjoy! Thank you for watching this video until the end. If you like, give me a thumbs up, comment, and share. Let me know in the comments what you think about these eco-friendly ideas, or if you have more ideas of how we can use food waste. Bye-bye.